Before we conclude the story of Marcus Aurelius, let us remember how we arrived here. Part 1. The Making of a Stoic Mind. A boy born in 121 AD, Marcus Aurelius Verus. He learned early that life is fleeting. His father died when he was young. His mother raised him with discipline and restraint. At 12, he wore the philosopher's cloak. He slept on hard surfaces. He denied himself comfort. Even before Rome recognized him, Marcus was learning the first law of leadership. Rule yourself before you rule the world. Part 2. Training for power without wanting it. Under Emperor Antoninus Pius, Marcus was trained not through speeches or commands, but by example. He learned patience, self-discipline, responsibility. When he became emperor in 161 AD, he chose shared power with Lucius Verus. He resisted absolute control. He faced plague and war, writing his meditations to endure what philosophy alone could not prevent. Part 3. Love, Loss, and the Limits of Stoicism. Philosophy met reality. Marcus endured the deaths of children, the strain of marriage, the horrors of war, all while attempting to maintain virtue. He loved his son Commodus, but protected him from hardship, creating a blind spot that would one day shatter his legacy. Stoicism became not just practice, but necessity for survival. Part 4. Commodus, Love, and the Fatal Compromise. Marcus's greatest mistake was rooted in love. He named Commodus co-emperor, trusting that virtue could be inherited. Even as he saw his son's failings, he chose hope over intervention. Plague, war, personal loss, they all weighed heavily, yet Marcus did not alter succession. A Stoic in philosophy, but tragically human in judgment. Pause. Before we step into the final chapter of Marcus Aurelius, let's take a moment to remember the journey so far. From the boy shaped by early loss and discipline, to the young heir learning patience and restraint under Antoninus Pius, from the philosopher who faced war, plague, and the heartbreaking loss of children, to the father who made that fateful choice to share power with his son, Commodus. Marcus Aurelius endured every test life could place before him, and yet the greatest challenge still awaits. If you haven't watched parts 1, 2, or 3, you can find them at the top right, in the description, or in our playlist. The full story is waiting. Now, join us as we enter part 5, the final chapter, his death, his legacy, and the immortality of his wisdom.
Every empire ends. Every man dies. But ideas can endure. Marcus Aurelius's life now approaches its inevitable conclusion. He is no longer a boy, no longer a student of philosophy. He is an emperor, a father, a husband, a man who has carried Rome on his shoulders. And now he will face the ultimate test, the end of his life, the betrayal of his legacy, and the question history will ask forever. Did virtue survive the man? The final days. By 180 AD, Marcus Aurelius was sick. Accounts suggest plague or perhaps natural illness. The exact cause remains unknown. He was in Vindobona, modern-day Vienna, or Sirmium on the northern frontier, commanding legions. Even in declining health, he observed his soldiers. He counseled his generals, and he wrote final notes in his meditations. He knew death was imminent, and yet he continued to act as though the empire depended solely on his presence. The death of an emperor. Marcus Aurelius died on March 17, 180 AD, aged 58. He died calmly, reportedly while in contemplation, a man of Stoic principle, to the last breath. Some accounts say he died in a tent on campaign. Others say in quiet reflection, attended by close aides. Regardless, his departure left Rome unprepared for Commodus, and the empire that had survived wars, plagues, and internal turmoil suddenly faced leadership shaped by indulgence, ego, and inexperience. Commodus, the emperor Rome did not need. Commodus ascended, alone. Where Marcus had sacrificed himself, his son sought spectacle. He renamed Rome after himself. He staged gladiatorial games in which he fought as champion. He abandoned restraint. He embraced excess. Marcus's lifetime of discipline, sacrifice, and wisdom could not prevent the collapse of moral governance.
Marcus Aurelius' final lessons. Despite betrayal by circumstances and his own hope in Commodus, Marcus left behind something indestructible: ideas. His meditations survive. It is not an instruction manual. It is a mirror, a reflection of a man grappling with mortality, suffering, and responsibility. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Even as Rome faltered, Marcus's inner empire remained intact. Legacy and betrayal. History is cruel. Contemporary accounts condemned Commodus. Senators whispered that Marcus's prudence had failed. The empire paid the cost. Yet in the quiet of thought, Marcus's philosophy endured. His reflections influenced emperors, generals, thinkers, not because he conquered Rome, but because he conquered himself. The immortality of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius died. Commodus ruled. Rome would continue, sometimes well, sometimes poorly. Empires rise and fall. Men are forgotten. But the words of a Stoic who lived through fear, death, grief, and power remain. His life teaches us that virtue matters more than position. Control over self transcends control over others, and philosophy is not comfort, but armor for the soul. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome. He fought wars. He buried children. He endured betrayal, loss, and plague. Yet, through all of it, he remained a Stoic. Not perfect, not infallible, but unwavering in his pursuit of inner freedom. And that is why, even after 2 millennia, Marcus Aurelius still speaks to us. Because while empires crumble, a disciplined mind survives. A philosopher dies, but wisdom is immortal.